Great. Okay. So going to tell you a story from growing up. But before I start my story, I want you all to do a quick exercise with me. Okay. You all can do it. You're going to give yourself a hug two different ways. Okay. First, put your right arm over your left arm and give yourself a hug. Okay. All right. Now put your left arm over your right arm and give your evil twin a hug. Ah. Okay, so this idea of a shadow comes from Buddhism. Everything has a light and a dark side, a yin and a yang. When a lamp creates light, it also creates a shadow. And in the same way, every human being has lightness and darkness. Accepting this shadow is the path to knowing yourself more fully. This is my story of trying to accept the biggest, baddest shadow of them all, Satan, and being told by my Bible teacher, don't do that. It was the end of my 10th grade year. My world had just been upended when the girl I liked got kicked out of school. Her name was Jessie, spelled with a G, a rebel in every sense of the word. She kind of had an Avril Lavigne vibe, and she also had no idea how to skateboard, just like Avril Lavigne. She got kicked out when she told the headmaster she was Buddhist. It was kind of like the last straw. Earlier that year, she gave me a book on Buddhism, and I loved it. But I knew better than to renounce my faith so blatantly. You see, I'm a pastor's kid, son of an evangelical minister, living in the South, going to private Christian school to learn about the Bible and God, and basically be brainwashed to believe in white patriarchy. Questioning authority was not exactly encouraged. Even though she got kicked out, Jessie and I still spent time together. But I think she brought me along because her mom liked me and wouldn't let her hang out with Seth otherwise. Fucking Seth. He was an actual skater guy who said, see you later, guy, to his future. But it also meant he was way cooler than me. And of course, she was into that. I was the third wheel on this date. We were at the Octopus Garden, a head shop in downtown Asheville, North Carolina. Seth was most likely buying paraphernalia, but for me, it was all so new. Glass pipes, neon mushroom posters, and future versions of Seth working behind the cash register. That's when I saw it. The shirt was solid black with white text, and it read, I heart Satan. I almost had a panic attack when I saw this shirt. I still remember the visceral response I had. Never have 3 words torn down so much religious upbringing so quickly. Was this even legal? How do they get away with this? Am I going to hell for being here? Plenty of brainwashed thoughts washed over my brain. But no, I was fine. It was just a t-shirt. You should get it, Jessie said. Your dad would hate it. I was paralyzed with fear, yet somehow sweating profusely. All of my hormones kicking in, telling me to impress her, but my entire body freezing out of fear of eternal damnation. Maybe you could wear it to school. I wonder what Mr. Walton would say. Yeah, Jessie, that'd be really cool. I didn't buy the shirt. That $15 would probably get me sent to a mental institution. Things like this were where Jessie and I differed. She poked the bear, and I just wanted to pet it. Every day we had Bible class, first thing in the morning, and this was no different. My best friend, Alex, the school chaplain, was sitting on the front row, dutifully clutching his most prized Bible and journal to boot. Believe it or not, him and Jessie used to date back before she got kicked out. Now he was doubling down on the God stuff, and I didn't know which camp I was in. But that's the day I raised my hand and I asked the question. Mr. Walton, are we supposed to love Satan? Audible gasps throughout the room. I mean, I saw a shirt downtown and it said, I heart Satan, and I know it's wrong, but then it made me think how Jesus said we're supposed to love our enemy, you know? And I just figured maybe Jesus would love the devil. And since we're supposed to be like Jesus, maybe we should too? Mr. Walton was ex-Air Force, not a big man, but an intimidating one for sure. He kept a clock that was atomically synced in order to never be late. He taught music, probably because he loved correcting people when they were out of line. He was not amused. Is this a real question? Do you really want to know if we should love the devil? We don't need to do that. Jesus will take care of it. And besides, the devil is the embodiment of evil and doesn't deserve love. Ooh, there's that shaking again. My full body response to knowing full well that he is full of shit. But also the fear and terror of standing up to an authority figure when no one has my back, not even me. Alex turned around with a look like I just embarrassed him in front of his girlfriend, giving me a side eye that was dripping in disbelief. Are you joking? Why can't you ever be serious? What's wrong with you? The bell rang and I escaped my torture. Walking into the clear blue sky and warm spring North Carolina air reminded me that the world had not ended. I got away with asking the most sacrilegious question I could think of, and I passed it off like a joke. I tried to make friends with the shadow, the evil we all have within us, which might not actually be all that evil at all, but just human nature. I got on AOL Instant Messenger as soon as I got home. I was so excited to tell Jessie. She was so proud of me. Fuck Mr. Walton, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I can't believe you stood up to him like that. Maybe we'll both get kicked out, then we can go to public school together. Luckily, I didn't get kicked out. And I say luckily because I graduated and never looked back. I got a good job, so I wouldn't have to go back to that world. And while I don't talk to Jessie anymore, I do still practice Buddhism. Her and I probably don't have a lot in common these days, but I think we can all agree, fuck Mr. Walton. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Thank you.